Clearly 2 inches from the roof. I mean... Did I just get baited into putting my arms up for a fucking screenshot or something? I don't know. Do you think anyone's into that? Do you think anyone's into this? Just like arms up. Like there's a whole community of fetishists that just like arms being up. Do you think someone's getting off right now? See now that's gonna be a callback. We're gonna call back to that. We're gonna call back to this moment, right? Chat, this moment right here, right? There's gonna be a callback to this. We're gonna come back to this. Right, so I need you to remember this moment. Ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause to me. Thanks. I couldn't read that message, whatever that first message was. Thanks. It's me. Yeah, hello. Here I am. What's good? Right, we're actually starting now, so I'm gonna stop paying attention to the fucking Q&A. All right. Seems oddly self-serving. Well, it's fucking roleplay. Deal with it or leave. Okay. Hi. Hello. Katrin. Nice to meet you. What's good? 28. Lesbian. Heavily tattooed. And despite what appearances may suggest, I do in fact have a positive relationship with approximately 50% of my parents. I'm at an age now where I can't really say that I'm in my mid-20s anymore. And I'm not sure at what point exactly you stop being in your mid-20s. Can you fucking ban that guy, please? You stop being in your mid-20s and start being in your late 20s. But I think at this point, I am comfortably in my late 20s. 29 this year. 30 is creeping up in a pretty fucking big way, which is weird because it's just an arbitrary number that has no significance on its own, right? It's just one higher. Other than the context of things that it absolutely has an impact on. Right? Like at some point, it stops being acceptable to date people younger than you by a certain margin. You thought about this, right? Like if I dated a 19-year-old now, it'd be weird, right? That'd be weird. I think that'd be weird. Like I was drinking and going hog wild in clubs, listening to Panic at the Disco, while she was still doing book reports and eating fucking crayons. Weird. It'd be weird. It'd be weird to finger someone who's basically the same age as my RuneScape account. I didn't eat crayons when I was 9 years old. Just making sure we're all on the same page there. I didn't eat crayons when I was 9. That's not a candid confession. Right? No crayon consumption. All right. Didn't happen. 28 years old. Dreaded millennials. People talked a lot of shit about us. But my generation is the last generation that has something in common with like us. You know, with those people that are older, right? In that we're the last generation that had an experience without a fuckload of technology. Like shit, you know, you got PlayStations and you got Game Boys and stuff, right? But there was no online gaming. Like you couldn't join a lobby and get given strongly worded imperatives on sandwich production or fellatio on fucking Spyro the Dragon or Super Mario 64. Right? You played on your PlayStation or your SNES in the evenings or the rainy days for a little bit rather than constantly being on TikTok and fucking Twitter every waking moment of every waking day. Kids fucking falling out of the womb and landing on an iPad. Right? See, now that's me getting old. That's the bitterness at the youth of today, right? I fucking get it now. I get what being 30 means now. I get it. It's that right there. Anybody here still use Facebook? Just quick show of hands, quick little 07 if you use Facebook. Give you a minute. Your fucking phone's probably lagging too much. Quick show of hands. Okay, some of you, not too many. I mean, it's a decent amount. I deleted my Facebook years ago when I realized that all of the interesting people were disappearing. And all my friends who were left just started shitting out kids. Sorry, Connor. While the ratio of racist people who had a high exposure to lead paint in their childhood, impairing their higher cognitive function, was just going up. And at some point, it's just a losing battle, right? At some point, it's just a losing battle. You are not winning an argument with somebody who legitimately believes that immigrants are stealing their jobs. Not happening, right? That's the bar. That's the bar that they've set, and they're comfortable with that. They're content with that. They're content to die on that hill, right? Legitimately believing that somebody brand new to a country with no experience of the culture and a limited grasp of the English language is more employable than you. Like, you hate people with a different culture or skin color that much that basically admitting you are as capable as somebody who literally cannot communicate with other people is an acceptable compromise in your self-esteem just to facilitate your dog shit opinion. Right? Like that's the level that you're at. I can't communicate with people, and these people can't communicate with people, and they're taking my fucking jobs. Doesn't matter that I don't have any GCSEs and I've only got a fucking BTEC in hair and beauty. I should have been that fucking doctor instead of Mr. Patel. I don't know, man. I feel like there's some things that got missed in the middle there. There's some bits that got skipped, I think. But yeah, fuck Facebook. My mum loves it though. She fucking loves it. She didn't used to use it when she started using it. Now she won't fucking stop using it. She gives me like progress reports on arguments that she's had. Anyone else's mum do that? Progress reports on arguments. Like, she'll see something on the news, right? Like, COVID cases are going up in Wales. And she'll absorb that information. And then she'll run off to meet the fucking, lead paint guys with less teeth than fingers. And she'll have an argument with them. And then she'll report back to me. Like, she's trying to convince me that she's woke and fighting the good fight. It's odd. It's really odd. I had a conversation with this guy, right? And he said the COVID's not real. Oh, did he, Mum? Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, I told him the cases are up 20% this week. Oh, are they, Mum? Oh. Where'd you hear that? BBC. Oh, is it? Good. Okay. All right. Speaking of which, the other fundamental thing about my generation, right? People approximately my age, a little bit younger. If you have somewhat an older parent, as I do, my mum was 35 when she had me, that we go through this process, or we went through this process, I should say, of sequentially having to explain technology to our parents as it comes out. Anyone else have this experience where like you end up just having to talk through things with your parents? Like, oh, this is what this is what that is. Cool, you know. Maybe I just had a Luddite technophobe mum. I don't know. But for me, it was like, I didn't have a mobile phone until I was in my teens, right? And all the while, I still had to explain every little thing. Like, what's a PlayStation? Well, it's like a DVD player, but you can plug it into the TV and control what's going on the screen. Like a board game with fewer participants and less family turmoil. What's the internet? Well, you can cut the phone line, stop all contact with the outside world for everyone else in the house. Well, I play these things called flash games and talk to people that I saw 10 minutes ago at school on MSN Messenger about nothing relevant at all. Fucking Slipknot masks or something. Right. What's MSN Messenger? It's like texting, but with smiley faces and super loud, unavoidable nudges that fuck your whole screen up on your computer. Right. What's a touch phone? It's like a normal phone, but with no buttons. You just touch it. What's it called? Smartphone? Fuck knows. Wi-Fi? It's like the internet, but without cables. Yeah, there's a password. No, I don't know your password. What's a webcam? It's like a camera that you plug into your computer and it can take pictures and record without film. What's chat roulette? It's like MSN. Right? Just with random people. And they're definitely all completely clothed and all approximately my age. What's Tumblr? Oh, see, there's these people, right? And they draw pictures. And the pictures they draw, they pretend to be animals. And they're all really good friends. And they hug a lot. Yeah. Lots of awkward conversations if you ever end up explaining things to your parents, right? Because they're older than you. But they're more innocent than you. You know what I mean? It's a weird dynamic, right? When your parents have been exposed to less of the depravity of the internet than you have. Like they haven't been exposed to Rule 34. That's the callback. If you're not aware of what Rule 34 is, it's basically the idea that if something exists, there also exists porn of it. Thatcher. Microwaves. Bread. Cabbage. And that is pretty much all I've got at the moment. I could have written more. But I thought I'd start small and try it out a little bit. I do have another one that I haven't really put it together. I haven't written it down. But it's just kind of... I mean, you all know what I do. Right? You all know that I'm a streamer. You all watch Twitch. You all understand what Twitch is. But when you're out and about, right, getting your hair done, into a car repair shop, doing normal human outside activities that I as a streamer definitely do regularly. I don't spend weeks inside, I promise. It's really fucking hard to actually explain what you do to like people just out and about, right? So, do you want to know what I've taken to saying to people? I've been doing this for about 2 years at this point. And it's a good element of comedic timing, right? So, you know, I'll be having my hair done or something. Not now, because I go to the same place. So, you know, bear with me for the analogy. Having your hair done. Someone says, what are you doing? What do you do? You go, I'm a streamer. And they go, oh, what's that? I go, well, I'm an online adult entertainer. Dramatic pause. Wait for reaction. But I keep my clothes on. I just give him that little moment of like, you know, that little moment of like, and then I'm like, yeah, man, I just play games and talk and it's funny. And it's great. It was amazing. Yeah, it was cool. Yeah.
Congratulations on joining the Just Chatting Club.
Congratulations on joining the Just Chatting Club. Twitch has donated £5. I don't think that £5 actually comes from Twitch. Thank you very much, though. Because, of course, if it was actually £5 from Twitch, I'd only get £2.50. That's a joke about sub splits.
Very funny content and very relatable as someone that just moved out of my late 20s and crossed over into my 30s.
Well, it's like a fucking rubric. I've crossed over into the 30s. I've passed the barriers set before me. I've engaged in the ancient arts of going to sleep at 9 p.m. I have ascended to be amongst the middle age. I've drawn upon the ground in Daedric chalk and span counterclockwise to pass the veil. I've received a DM. Early slotting now, so join when able. Op is in 15 minutes. Right, I need to put my AFK screen on. 1, I need to start playing music. 2, I need to fix my microphone. 3, I need to get a cigarette. 4, I need to go make a cup of tea. 5, and I need to join the Armour server for the event. So, with all of that in mind, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks. That was cool. I need to sit down, yeah. Yeah, I've been stood up for too long. Yeah. Did you like it? Legitimately, did you like it? Was that good? Do you think I could go on stage with that? Was it good? You legitimately did like it? That's cool. Nice. I was afraid that you'd... The shitty thing about... I need to shut the fuck up, don't I? Shut the fuck up, can't... Shut the fuck up. You have things to do in the next 15 minutes. The shitty thing about this community, the shitty thing about my community specifically, right? Is that even if I fuck up and it's not funny, in the way that I intended it to be funny, you people will find it fucking funny. By virtue of its unfunniness. Do you have any fucking idea how hard that is to read? Can't get on Armour, we're waiting for you. Bitch, it doesn't start for 10 minutes!
Everything is funny here.
Okay. Here we go. Right.